Hello guys, and welcome to another video. This week we are planning the week of the 22nd through the 28th of January, and I'm so ready for January to be done. Am I the only one who, but well, I guess by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be freaking like August at this rate, but I'm so ready for January to be over. But I'm gonna pull out my inserts from my Printpression SPC Edit Planner. I'll move on into this next week. And I'm going to be using the Winter Kisses kit from SPC, which is this absolutely stunning art. I thought this would be perfect for like heading towards Valentine's Day. I feel like the Paris-y vibes just give cutesy, lovey energy for some reason. I think France is like supposed to be romantic. And then I do have the add-ons. This came with the kit. I will just use whatever's in the kit. I don't really care to bother with all of that. And then I did get these because I wanted this tall girl. I am going to be using the snow bundle from my shop, as well as I used some of those doodles. And I am using Pixie Rose. So here is the snow bundle. It comes with snow headers. This page is standard, snow washi, snow overlays, and snowy underlays. So, we are just gonna get on into this, I suppose. We're gonna need the headers. And we have lots of boxes. We have this, which I know I want to use the tall girl. 8, 9, and if I'm using tall, then I only need one more. I think I'll use this because this is like the same as this, and this is the same background, so I don't really want to use that person, but we only need one of those shopping bags for my personal preference. And because I'm trying to come up with reasons to cut some boxes out because I don't need them all. Okay. So this week, Monday the 22nd, woke up in the morning, got groceries, went to the post office, came home, and I filmed some stuff. I don't really remember what other than a plan with me. It could have just been a plan with me. Who really knows? Actually, I think it was just a plan with me. Maybe a plan with me and new releases. But I know that I was meant to film a haul clip and forgot. Because my haul clip for this week is giganto. But yeah, so I did that, watched a bunch of YouTube while I worked. I was designing new releases this day for February. And then I did laundry, and then my friend Liz called me. My friend Liz and I met at my payroll job, and we have stayed friends for literally a bazillion years now. I started working there in 2015. It's now 2024, so we've been friends for almost 10 years. That feels like a fake news, but like, I guess next June, okay, year for June, will be like 10 years since me and Liz started being friends. That feels literally bizarre. Okay, so here are the days of the week from my shop. This is in font choice 2, unfoiled. I'm gonna pop these on here. That feels so weird, but yeah, so Liz called me. She was having a ton of technical issues with her phone. Like, she kept calling and it would just immediately hang up, and then if I tried calling her, it was like, all circuits are busy, try again later. And then the call kept dropping when we're on the phone. It was a whole thing, but we talked for like probably like 3 hours because we hadn't talked since like October, I think. So there was a lot of life to catch up on. I'm gonna pull out this sheet. This left side of the sheet is in the shop. They both are. This side is 2022, 2023 top sellers, and this side is called weekly essentials, but I'm gonna use these date numbers. This is font choice 5 and Pixie Rose. The holes are hole choice 3 and Pixie Rose as well. So yeah, talked to her, and actually this was technically before I talked to Liz. I just wasn't sure if I was gonna mark it, but nothing else really happened. But me and Chris did go get Sonic for like a really late lunch. It's like probably, because I think Liz was calling me at 3:30 my time, and I think we went to Sonic at like 3. So yeah. Tuesday, we got up in the morning because Chris had an eye doctor appointment. Chris has been wanting new glasses, but he needed a new prescription because he hasn't gotten his like prescription checked since 2019 maybe. But they said that it barely changed, and now that he's over 30, it's like pretty much doesn't need to get checked for like a while. Like that prescription's gonna be good for like a long time. So he did that, and he came home and ordered some new glasses. They're not here yet, but you know. We also went to Cabo Bob's while we were out, because you know, might as well kill two birds with one stone. But I just walked around Target while Chris was in the eye doctor. And yeah, because it was at the Target optical place. Should have probably said that, otherwise it would seem kind of odd. But yeah, so we did that, and we came home, and I did some computer work. I didn't really work on orders a ton this week. The week prior was like a pretty slow week, so I didn't have like a ton to do, but I had like a lot of like things, like housekeeping stuff I needed to do. So I was working on some like computer stuff. And no, this is the day that I filmed new releases. So I finished working on new releases and filmed them that day. Yeah, I finished printing, cutting, and foiling all the new releases on Monday. I remember doing that, and then I was too tired by the time I was done with all of that to film it. I remember exactly now. So yeah, filmed new releases the next day, and I did cook dinner. I'm pretty sure I just cooked tacos for dinner. It was Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Oh, Pixie Rose is just everything. And had a YouTube binge. Wednesday, I was up early, yes, because I was planning on filming this like vlog for the day, which really took it out of me. Basically, I was filming a, reading the entirety of like my childhood favorite series in one day. So I read all 28 Junie B. Jones books in 12 hours. So I got up in the morning early to do that. I did drive to McDonald's. I read the first book in my car in the McDonald's parking lot while I ate some hash browns. It was like a whole thing. And then came home and literally read all day, all different rooms, all different positions. Really was doing the do with that, and filmed the Junie B. Jones vlog. And then I did cook dinner. What did I make that night? Oh, I made gyros for dinner. They were delicious. And then had a YouTube binge again in the evening. I needed to just veg out after all that reading. Thursday was girls' day. It got moved because Andrea had an eyelash appointment in like the middle of the day on Wednesday, so it just worked out better, and my schedule is very flexible. So that worked out great for us. We had our little girls' day, which was so fun. We always had, lately, not like always, but as of late, we start our girls' day off with like what we refer to as our weekly meeting about like what we need to get done, do all the things. We had some photos we had to take. We had a video we had to film. So we did all of that housekeeping type of stuff. And then, me, Andrea, and Andrea's like, what do you want for lunch? I was like, I don't know. And she's like, well, you better pick, or Nick's gonna pick. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, the other week you wanted Cabo Bob's, but then you felt bad because I had just had Cabo Bob's the day prior. I'm like, well, now it's been 2 days since I had Cabo Bob's, and I could eat it again, so let's go. And she was like, heck yeah. So the three of us went to Cabo Bob's, and then we went to run some errands. They needed to go to the grocery store. Went to Hobby Lobby, went to Michael's to get scrapbooking supplies, because me and Andrea are going to be doing some scrapbooking. So we did all of that, and then we made it back to Andrea's house, and then the kids got home from school, and classic me playing with Theo, we played Vacation, which is where we play that we're going on vacation, but we don't ever make it to the trip. We just pack our bag, and then we, with all the play food, and then we pretend we're on the airplane, and then we get there, and then we get back on the airplane. Like, we don't actually, like, we don't get there, we just, like, be on the airplane for forever, basically. So, yeah, did that, and then we did have a game night. We played, like, a lot of games this day, like, 5 new games, I think. Let me pull out the board gaming app. Board game stats. We played Castles of Burgundy, the dice game, which was okay, not that great, honestly. Would not suggest it because we played a different roll and write this game that was so good that it, like, I feel like even made that one seem worse, if that makes sense. But we played that. It's like okay. And then we played That's Pretty Clever, which is a really fun roll and write. Highly recommend that one. It's so much fun. Then we played Bridgerton, the high society game, which was hilarious. Then we played this like game called Bacon that none of us liked. We didn't even finish the game actually. It was not good. And then we played Rolling Realms, which was really, really fun. In Rolling Realms, it's like by this company called Stonemaier Games, and in the game you are like essentially like playing on these different cards that are based on like other games. I don't know, it's a really cool concept. Love it. So we played all those games, which was a ton of fun. Friday I worked. I did work on orders this day. Got a bunch done. Got over half of the orders that I needed to get done for the week done. Watched YouTube. We got Sonic. We got Sonic this day because Chris had made himself these like chicken patty recipe or whatever, and he undercooked them and took a bite into it, and it was like not fully cooked, and so he was very upset. So I was like, let's just go get food. So we went and got Sonic to cheer him up, and then I got billed for Chris's health insurance. Like, I'm just gonna be completely like candid with you guys. Like, I can't afford for us both to have health insurance. Like, it's just not feasible. It would be like over $700 a month if we both had health insurance, and that's just like not like in the cards. And Chris has like a couple of medical things. He has a couple of like autoimmune diseases, so like he needs like medication and XYZ, so he needs the insurance more than me. But it did go up by like $50 a month, so I was kind of just like really upset about that and like in my feels regarding that whole thing, because it's just kind of like bullshit basically. And so I was sad for a while, and then I made a cheesecake at like, I don't think it got done till like 11 p.m. but I forgot that like, I didn't forget, but I just like was caught up on the day, and that I was making a cheesecake for the next day, but I was like, if I make it on Saturday, it probably won't have enough time to like completely get cold. So I was like, I'm gonna be up anyway. Like, I don't go to bed prior to that time, so it doesn't really matter. So I just made a super late night cheesecake. I just ripped the shit out of the back of the sticker, but like once it's down it'll be fine. You won't be able to tell. Where are these? Perfect. So yeah, Saturday is my friend Katie's birthday. She's actually in Egypt right now, which is wild. I'm like obsessed with seeing all of her pictures of her travels on Facebook. It's gonna be the end of this sheet. But it was her birthday, so I marked that, and then I worked, played BGA while I was working, which like I always do. I just don't always mark it, but like I always be doing it. So I did that, watched YouTube, and then it was game night. Before game night, me and Chris had a bit of time, so we played a game of Quacks, and then we played My City Roll and Build, and then we played this game that was like one of Tony's games that he had, and it's called Sidereal Confluence, which like the games are really fun, but the instruction booklet is probably one of the worst instruction booklets for a game I have ever read in my entire life. It was horrible. It made everything, it's like they were trying to like really like get into the lore of the game, of it like being like this alien civilization, and like they're calling things like all of these weird names. Like, I don't even remember the name of the phase, but like there's this phase where like essentially all of your little like colonies and stuff are producing product, but instead of calling it like the production phase, they had like some big fancy word for it, and like things like that just make games more confusing, whereas you could just be like, okay, this is the production phase. And then there was like other parts where like I'll take this up and put this little tiny bit here. Like there was this one phase that was technically the trading phase, but during the trading phase you also did upgrades, you also did this. So like it should just be called like trade and upgrade phase. Like, I don't know, I feel like the people who made it were trying to like do a little bit too much, and it was just making things more confusing and difficult for the players. But it'll all be like, we'll dive into all of that in our full review over on our BG Girlies Instagram. So if you are interested in that, that's it. We all really liked it, and I think all of us gave it like a 4 to a 4.5 in rating, but like the instructions were bad. Then we got home, and I, for some reason, could not fall asleep. I was up till past 4 in the morning, so it was a real late night for your girl. And then I'm just gonna take one of these little scraps here and put it like this, because I feel like that spot was like a little bit empty, but I didn't have anything that was like remotely the correct size for it. So we'll just use a little scrappy poo. It works out perfect. So yeah, it was fun. It was just, and it also took us, I mean, the game does claim that it's really long, but it like legitimately took us over 3 hours to play the game. So yeah, that was that. And then Saturday, I did sleep in. I ended up sleeping till like 10:30 because like I did not sleep the day before. And then we went over to Andrea and Nick's because the 4 of us were going to go and do this one-shot D&D campaign thing at Alamo Draft House. It was called like Dungeons and Draft House, I think. And it was really fun. It was like us 4. It was like a group of 6, and then like these 2 girls that were friends. And so that was like really, really fun. Like the theme of it was like we were like fighting these like evil frogs. It was really cute. I had a great time. The only like downside of it, because I do like to look at all angles, was that they had music playing and it was like really loud. And I don't think that would have really been that much of a hindrance if we were at circular tables, but the tables that they have are like long rectangle tables. So I was like basically leaning over on top of Chris to like hear the DM, which DM is the Dungeon Master, and Dungeon Master is like the person who plays all of the NPCs and monsters and tells the story. So yeah, but it was a ton of fun. I would love to do it again. We're definitely gonna like keep our eye out. It's something like that would be nice to do, like maybe like once a month, once every other month if it's like available, because we all had a really good time. And then when we're on the way there, Nick was like, oh, Andrea, should we ask our friends if they want to stay for a game night? And she's like, I don't know, you can ask our friends if you want. And so we ended up staying for a game night, but while we were at the thing, we did get food. I got french fries and chocolate chip cookies, because that's all I like at Alamo Draft House, but love it. It was delish. And then we had another game night. We're gonna play this one Marvel game. I don't even remember the name of it, but the instructions are, I'm assuming, what's gonna be very helpful instructions, but it the instructions are set up for a 1 or 2 player game, so it like didn't work out for us to play that, which is like fine. But we did play 2 games of That's Pretty Clever. I won 1 and Andrea won 1. And then we played this card game Photograph, which me and Andrea played the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's so fun. Absolutely loved it. So that was that. We also got the good old McDonald's. I'm done with that. Me and Andrea got the Kerwin Frost boxes, and I got one of the ones that I don't have yet, so I'm very excited about that situation. Put this on here. I'll put some corners on this boy over here. But yeah, overall, it was an incredible week. This week that I'm currently living is going to be way more like work focused, because I am going home next week, which very, very, very few people know. The only people who know is like my Texas friends. So like Andrea, Nick, Tony, and Chris know. My dad knows because he's picking me up from the airport. I told my friend Liz, because she wouldn't be offended if I was like, I don't have time to see you while I'm there. She simply would be like, yeah, I don't have time to see you either. So it's all good. But I'm going to go surprise my sister as an early birthday present. I'm taking her to the Teresa Caputo live show that's happening. She's coming to Syracuse, so I got me and my sister tickets to go to that event, which is going to be a lot of fun. She has no idea that I'm coming. Every time I talk to her, she's like, I need to come see you for my mental health. Like, I'm not doing good. I really miss you. And I'm like, oh my God, I know. I'm like, I miss you too. February's really busy for me though. So like, if you want to come, it's going to have to be in March. And so I think she's like actually going to be like dumbfounded when I'm there. Basically the plan is that my dad's gonna pick me up. I don't get in until like 4:30-ish, and my sister gets out of work at like 5. And she almost always goes over to my dad's house for dinner, but even if she's not planning on going over there for dinner, my dad's gonna say that she has to stop by because he got her something. And then I'm gonna be there. That's basically the whole Kit Kat caboodle with that. I can go in the D-stash, and here is the base. Let's zoom on in for the day by day. Okay guys, we are gonna get into the day by day. I'm not gonna use any of that because I didn't use any movie marquees this week, so we can just get it out of the way, you know? You can use this to mark getting groceries. And we will use this to mark post office drop. I'm also starting to get the ick about my hair being down, but I don't want to go get a hair tie. It's really tragic times, but it's really starting to piss me off. I use this to film, even though I did not film something that like requires a bigger box, seeing as I'm pretty sure I just filmed a plan with me, but whatever. Okay. So for groceries, I'm going to use the grocery cart icon from the mini icon sheet in Pixie Rose. Then I'm using a groceries script in a past font of the month. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, join the Facebook group so you do not miss out on the foil and fonts of the month. Going to use the mini icons envelope with a custom PO drop in that same font of the month. I believe it was the November 2023 font of the month, and I do sell samplers, so you can get a sampler that has like a bunch of general stuff on it, but you can't get like customs. Okay. For filming, I am going to use this filming camera from the mini icons sheet, as well as a film script in that same font in Pixie Rose. For YouTube binge, I'm going to use the movie clapper mini icon. There is a full sheet of them in the shop, or you can get it on the mini icons sampler, and then a custom YT binge in that same font. Down here, I will be marking this, using this. I think that's crooked, but whatever, to mark work. And then I will use this to mark laundry. And then I will mark this for talking with Liz. And this for Sonic. So for working, I do have the laptop from the Doodle add-on, as well as a work script in that same font of the month. And then for laundry, we've got the mini laundry basket icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a laundry script in that same font of the month. And then we do have the like cell phone icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a custom with Liz in that same font of the month in Pixie Rose. And then for Sonic, we've got the fast food icon, mini icon, which there is a full sheet of those in the shop, or you can get it on the mixed mini icons sheet, as well as a custom Sonic script in that same font. Okay, over here, the first thing we're gonna mark is Chris's appointment. Use this. And then Chris and I went on our weekly lunch date to Cabo Bob's, which I'm obsessed with the fact that we do that. It literally fills my heart with so much joy. And then I worked. Okay. Oh, Pixie Rose is just so good. So for Chris's eye appointment, I have this munchkin with glasses. I thought that was perfect. And then I have the appointment script from the foil bundle, which is in font choice 4. And then for getting lunch with Chris, I do have a Lottie with her like fork and knife. And then I do have a custom with Chris in that same font of the month with Chris. And then for working, I do have the like desktop computer from the mini icons sheet, as well as a work script in font choice 2 and Pixie Rose. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna mark filming, and then that I cooked. And then YouTube binge, I think. Yup. Yerpity derpity. Okay, we'll use this. Okay. So for filming, I've got this camera icon from SPC, and then I forgot to add film to my script sheet. So I'm just bringing in a rose gold film. It doesn't match exactly because it's not like sparkly, but like it's whatever. That's font choice 5. For cooking, I do have the cutting board icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a cook script in Pixie Rose in that same foil, or font of the month. And then for YouTube binge, I've got this YouTube laptop from SPC, as well as a custom YouTube binge in the same font of the month in Pixie Rose. Okay, on to Wednesday. The first thing that I want to mark is that I was up early. And then I will mark that I got McDonald's. And then I will mark reading. Perfect. So, for being up early, I've got the bed icon from the mini icons sheet in Pixie Rose, and then I do have a custom up early script in that same font of the month. And then for McDonald's, I've got the fast food icon again. There is a full sheet of those in the shop, or you can get it on the mixed sheet, and then a custom McDonald's in the same font of the month. For reading, I do have the stack of books from SPC, as well as a read script from the foil bundle, which is in font choice 3 in Pixie Rose. And then I was working on my Junie B. Jones vlog, so I will put that in with this. I cooked dinner, so I'll use this. And then I had a nice vegging out, watching YouTube kind of night. So for the Junie B vlog, I do have Lottie vlogging, and then a custom Junie vlog script in that same font of the month. And then for cooking, we have the cutting board from the mini icons sheet, as well as a cook script in Pixie Rose in that same font of the month. And for YouTube binge, we do have another YouTube laptop, and I have another custom YouTube binge in the same font of the month in Pixie Rose. And that's the first half. Moving into the second portion of the week, the first thing I want to mark is that I was talking to my dad on the phone on the way to Andrea's house. And then we did do a BG Girlies vlog situation, not vlog, filming some stuff for BG Girlies is what I'm getting at. And then the 3 of us did go get lunch. So for talking with my dad, I have the phone icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a with dad custom in that same font of the month. For BG Girlies, I do have the camera icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as I'm gonna cut off the E's, I-E-S, and just do BG Girl. Works just fine. Don't care that much. I know what it means. And we'll pop that in there. And then next, I'm going to use this takeout bag from the Doodle Sampler with a custom with A and N in the same font of the month. Down here, I'm going to mark playing Occasion with Theo. Or no, this is going to be marking going shopping with Andrea. Duh. Oh, we also went to Half Price Books, and I found my childhood favorite board game, which was Everything to me. It was so fun that we found that. This will be to mark playing Occasion with Theo. And then I'll use a page flag for our game night. Okay, so going shopping with Andrea and running the errands. We have the shopping bag from the Doodle Sampler, as well as a custom with Andrea. And then for playing Occasion, I do have the airplane icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a custom Occasion script. And then for game night, we got this little meeple from SPC, as well as game night custom in the same font of the month in Pixie Rose. On to Friday. Use this to mark working. And then I will use this to mark YouTube. So for work, I'm going to use the retro computer from the Doodle Sampler, as well as a work script in the same font of the month. For watching YouTube, I have a YouTube laptop from SPC, as well as a TV Time custom from the foil bundle. That's in font choice 4. And then I am going to mark that we got Sonic. That I was very sad this day. I was a sad girl, you know. It just bees that way sometimes. And I baked. So for Sonic, I do the Sonic bag from SPC, as well as a fast food custom from the foil bundle in font choice 5. And then for being sad, this is from Once More with Love. And then I have a custom sad bitch script in the same font of the month. And for baking, I do have the stand mixer from SPC, as well as a custom bake script in the same font of the month. On to Saturday, the first thing that I would like to mark is my friend's birthday, so we'll put this in, as well as that we played BG, or I worked, and then I'll mark that I played on BGA for a lot of the day. Actually, don't think I have any of, oh no, that's fine, it would be dark blue. Okay, that's fine. So for Katie's birthday, I do have the cake icon from the Mini Icons sheet, as well as a Katie custom, and same font of the month. And then for working, I do have this, the packaging icon, because I finished orders this day, as well as a work script in the same font of the month. For BGA, I'm going to put in this paw print, as well as a custom BGA. Okay, and then I did have a YouTube binge, and we had game night. And then I personally had a very late night, you know. Could not sleep. So for YouTube, we do have the YouTube laptop from SPC, as well as the YouTube binge script from the foil bundle. That's font choice 4. For game night, I've got Lottie playing with her cards. And then for game night, I've got game night in the same font of the month. And then for late night, I do have the TV icon. There is a full sheet of these in the shop, the mini icons, as well as on the mini icon sampler, and then a late night custom. Okay, the first thing I want to mark over here is that I slept in, and then we did the whole D&D thing. So for sleeping in, I do have Lottie sleeping in her bed, as well as a sleep in script in font choice 2 from the foil bundle. And then for D&D, I'm going to use this D20 from SPC, and then I have this little tiny D&D script, and then I'm going to add in these little froggy dudes that Andrea made us, because it was the Frog Lord D&D. And then I will use this to mark that I had french fries and cookies. And then I will use this to mark that we had a game night. And then this to mark that we got McDonald's out during the game night. Okay. I actually think this is not the right order, but I think this will look better in pink, because there's no pink on this side. And yeah, that looks much better. So I got french fries plus cookies. Perfect. And then for game night, we got Lottie with her game board, and then we will do a game night. We've got night, we've got game. And then for takeout, for McDonald's, we have the McDonald's Happy Meal, as well as the takeout script in font choice 6 from the foil bundle. Let's zoom out, see the finished spread, and what we have left over. Wrong way, my guy. And here we are. Here is the finished spread. I'm literally obsessed. Let me know what you guys think down below. And as for what we have left over, we've got a bunch of little things, a bunch of solid boxes, most of this page, because I don't really use rounded boxes, a ton of pattern, a couple flags. We got a full box and some days of the week, more full boxes, doodles, more full boxes, some underlays, icons and headers, overlays, page flags and deco, scripts, more scripts, and that. And that's everything, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then, well, give it a thumbs down. Either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!